Hi everybody and welcome to Game in Your Pocket. Today I'm going to take a look at Gate. And once again, this is a game that is fast to set up and play, pocket-sized and affordable. Gate is a game developed by Jason Glover and Grey Gnome Games. I have recently looked at Tin Helm, so if you haven't done so already, go check that video out, or some of the other episodes of Game in Your Pocket. Gate is available as print and play, and besides the card, you of course have some instructions that will tell you how to set up the game, and of course also play the game. And I have already set up the game here. Gate is a resource management tower defense card game where you basically have to defend your city from monsters. And here we have the gate and the tower and the farm, and the dice on the cards are the damage they can take. If you lose your gate, the game is over. The tower here is not necessary to win the game, but it's very nice to have. It will give you an attack bonus, and the farm will give you a purchase bonus. Then we have the pyramid that will show how scared the citizens are. And when you progress through the pyramid, things will happen, and if you reach the top, you will lose. And as mentioned, awful monsters will attack the city. Here we have the spider, an example. And every monster has a health value, what they will attack, and how much fear they will cause. The spider here will attack the gate and cause 1 damage. So this is an example of a monster. The monsters come in 3 waves, with the least awful monsters first. So you will have 3 cards in each wave. Here we have the most dangerous monsters in wave 3. You will mix them, and also the level 2 monsters, so you know what kind of monsters will arrive, but you don't know the exact order. And you will begin with wave 1. Then we have the mysterious heroes up here. They will only show up if you, in some point of the game, will land on the sun symbol in the pyramid, and they will help you. But you do not know who they are and when they will show up. Other than that, you will have your regular citizens to help you. And you have 3 citizens to begin with. The S cards here are the starting cards, the guard, the farmer, and the monk. So you will always have these cards to begin with. All citizen cards show how much they can purchase, in this case 1. The guard can buy something that will cost him 1. And you have a repair amount, and then you have how much fear they will reduce. And the last symbol is an attack value. Here the guard, for example, can attack and deal 1 damage. So these are not the best cards, but it's all you have to begin with. Some citizen cards also have special abilities, like the farmer here. When she repairs the farm, she will repair 2 damage instead of 1. And all the other citizen cards are made the same way. Finally, you have the option, and if you have the coins to do it, you can buy other actions. For example, you can buy a caravan that will change all your available citizens, or you can throw a festival that will reduce fear. Here we have the basic flow of the game. First, enemies will show up. Then you will draw your citizens. You will use commands, recruit, and play your cards. And finally, the enemies will attack, and you'll start over. So let's take a look at the citizens you will have available to begin with. You have to recruit them first, and you have 4 to choose from. Here we have the guardian and the craftsman. And you can see the value of the citizens up in the right corner of the card. That's how much they cost if you want to buy their service. The tinkerer, and then we will have the draw pile and 1 more card. And here we have the swindler. It's a basic card, but the special ability here is very good. So the swindler will enable you to draw up 4 cards instead of 3 on your hand. So that's useful. Well, so now the game is basically set up to begin play, and I will draw the 3 starting cards in my hand, and I only have 3 to choose from, so we know who that will be. the first thing that happens is that a monster will show up. The enemies will advance. And what you do is you take the first monster here, the wave 1 monster, and you flip over. There are 2 monster spaces in the setup, and here we have the spider, the card that we just looked at. So we know the spider here will attack the gate, and it will also cause 1 fear. And that is, of course, unless we deal with the spider first. So we're ready to go, and I will draw the 3 starting cards and see how far I can get with those. And at the beginning of the game, I have no fear to reduce and I have nothing to repair. So I'm going to look at the purchase options or maybe the attack option. All the starting cards have 1 coin, so they can buy something worth 3 points. But we also have the farm that will add 1 to that. So I'll use 2 of these cards and I will use the farm so I can purchase the craftsman here. It'll cost me 3. And I'll just put the craftsman in the discard pile right away. And then I will move the swindler over here and turn a new card that will be available to purchase in the next round. So I have the guard left. He will attack and reduce 1 damage, but I also have the tower that will add 1, so I can now do 2 damage to the spider. Unfortunately, that will not kill it, only give it 2 out of 3 damage. So the spider will end the first round with an attack, and it will attack the gate and do 1 damage. It will also increase fear by 1, but that's not so bad because it's a sun symbol. So I will draw 1 hero, add it to the discard pile. I will not know what kind of hero it is, but that will conclude the first round and then we'll start again. So I'll shuffle the cards. I'm ready to draw new citizens, but first the enemies will advance. So the spider is still alive and it will advance to the left and make room for a new monster from the wave. And the new monster is the plague rat. Now both of them will attack and cause fear unless I do something about it. The plague rat will attack my farm and it will also increase fear, and that will be another damage to my farm. So I don't want that. So I'll draw 3 citizens to help me this round. Again, the farmer and the monk will show up, but I also get the craftsman that I just bought. He can repair stuff, he can also buy an attack, but he's the only attack card I have, and I think I would like to get rid of the spider. So I'll use his attack, and the tower will add to that, so he'll do 2 damage. I will kill the spider with 1 damage, and then the other damage point will be dealt to the plague rat. And then I'll move the spider over here, because I killed the spider. He did not get away. And the farmer could repair the damage I just got, but instead the farmer and the monk will use their coins, 2 coins plus the farm, that will enable me to buy the warden. He'll cost me 3 points and I'll put him in the discard pile. And instead I now have the opportunity to buy the mercenary. Well, now the plague rat will attack. It will do 1 damage to my farm, and it will also increase fear, and that's a farm symbol, so the farm will take another damage. It's not critical, but I definitely have to keep an eye on my farm. So it will be a new round. The plague rat will advance, and the last monster in wave 1 will appear, the skelepede. And the skelepede will hit my tower hard with 2 damage, but it will not have any additional abilities or cause fear. So I'll draw the last 2 cards in my draw pile. That means I will need 1 more. So let's see what I have. The guard, and here we have the hero. The hero turned out to be an engineer, and he can repair. And it's a one-time use. Only when I've used the heroes, they will not go to the discard pile. They will just leave the town. So I can repair all the damage, and I'm back to full strength. That's good. Then I have the warden and the guard. And I still need 3 damage to kill the plague rat. The warden can do 2, but if I use the tower with him, he can do 3. So the warden will attack. and that will deal 3 damage to the plague rat, and that will kill it. So 3 damage, away goes the plague rat. No more attacks on my farm, and I'll also put the plague rat over here in my trophy room. And I still have the guard. He has 1 coin. I can use that combined with the farm, so I can buy the mercenary. He'll only cost me 2. And then I will flip over the druid. Well, the skelepede will still attack, and it will hit my tower for 2 damage. I won't increase any fear on my pyramid. And then a new round. Now the skelepede will move to the left, and we will meet the first wave 2 monster, the Rat Lord. Way more health, and the Rat Lord will attack my gate for 2 damage. But my gate is at full strength, so I'm not concerned. I'll draw 3 new cards. I'll get the craftsman and the monk and the farmer. Now let's see how I can use these citizens. The craftsman here can repair, but he's also the only of these citizens that can attack. Yeah. I think I'm going to purchase a card combining all the coins. So if I use these 3 coins and I add 1 for the farm, I'll be able to buy the swindler. And I would really like to get the swindler. But I have to accept that the skelepede will get away, and that's not good. But with the swindler, I can draw an additional card for my hand. That's very useful. So I'll get the swindler, and I will turn over the blacksmith. He has a special ability to double an attack from another card. That could be really cool. But the skelepede now and the Rat Lord will attack. The skelepede will attack my tower, and the Rat Lord my gate. None of them will cause any fear, but my tower is not looking good. The enemies will advance again, but the skelepede will leave. It's already done enough damage, and when a card leaves, you will not put it in your trophy room, and as a final insult, it will add 1 damage to the gate. Then the Rat Lord will advance, and another wave 2 enemy will appear, and the Dark Priest. And the Dark Priest will also attack my tower and cause fear. So if I don't prevent that in some way, my tower will be destroyed in this round. I will really need some useful citizens to aid me now. Let's see what I can get. The draw pile and 3 citizens, hoping for... Oh, I got the swindler. So he is a very basic card, but it's a great advantage to be able to draw a 4th card for the hand. Yeah, and the farmer is not the best card. The farmer, the monk, the craftsman, and the swindler. What can I do with those 4 citizens? They're only able to attack twice, and the tower will add a 3rd damage, but that will not be enough to eliminate the Rat Lord or the Dark Priest. Instead, I think I'll use the craftsman to repair 2 points of my tower. So far, so good. Then I would like to get a new citizen, and I will use the farmer and the monk to buy the druid. I still have my farm, so they will be able to purchase a card with a value of 3. And we get the mason. I still have my swindler left. I can repair, I can decrease fear, and I can also attack, but I will choose to repair my gate. And that was my round. Next up, the enemies will attack. So the gate will take 2 damage, my tower will take 2 damage, and the Dark Priest will increase fear. And I don't really care about that, because it's a sun symbol. I will add a hero. Still, I'm not happy. My tower and my gate both have taken a lot of damage, and now the Rat Lord will also get away. The Dark Priest will move to the left, and he'll make room for the Rot Worm, another dreadful enemy that will attack my farm. So I'll draw 3 new cards here, the Mercenary, the Guard, and the Warden. Well, these sure are fighters, so I will use all their attack strength of 5 plus the tower. The tower is still standing, so they will do 6 damage. They will take out the priest and do 1 damage to the rot worm. But the worm is still around, of course, so it will hit my farm, and it will also increase fear, and that will damage my tower. My tower is down to 1 now. I'm definitely under pressure now. My city defenses are weak. The rotworm will advance, and new enemy will show up, and it's the Grey Lord with 7 health, and it will do 1 damage to each location, and that will destroy my tower if I don't do something about it. So I'll shuffle the cards and hope, cross my fingers for the best. And I get the Warden, the Guard, and the Baroness. She was the hero that just arrived, and she is very wealthy. 4 coins. Yeah, I could take the chance and buy the Guardian. So I'll use her 4 coins and the 1 from my farm, and now he's mine. And I will get another citizen available to buy next round if I survive that long. And I've got a tough decision now. If I don't repair my tower, it will be destroyed. But on the other hand, if I don't attack, the rotworm will also get away. I think I'll have to make a tough choice and use the combined attack strength of the Guard and the Warden. That will do 4 damage, because my tower is still standing after all, and then I'll kill the rotworm. And sadly, as predicted, the Grey Lord will destroy my tower, also do damage to my gate and my farm. This is critical. The Grey Lord will also increase fear, but that's not so bad. A hero will join my discard pile. So the Grey Lord will advance to the left, and another horrible enemy, the Abomination, will appear. The Abomination will damage my farm and also cause fear. I really have to get some useful citizens, and I get the Swindler again. He was a good investment, so I can draw another card, but yeah, the Monk. I think I will begin with the Druid. She can repair, and I will repair my farm and my gate. So she is gone. Now let me take a look here. The Swindler and the Monk could work together and buy me another citizen. I'm not sure this is a wise move, but, well, I still have my farm, so it's now or never. I'll recruit the Mason, and the Mercenary will attack. Only for 2, because the tower is gone. So 2 damage, and I will strike the Abomination. I'll have to admit the Grey Lord will get away with his evil deeds. And my city defenses really are falling apart at the moment. The Grey Lord will damage my farm and my gate. He will increase fear, nothing will happen. But then the Abomination will increase another point of fear, and that will hit my gate as well as 2 damage to my farm. And before leaving, the Grey Lord will give an additional damage to the gate as well. So, for the final time, the enemies will advance to give place to the Death Guard. He really is a scary enemy. He will increase my pyramid with 2 points of fear, and that will lose the game. So I have to find some way to decrease my fear, or my citizens will panic. I need heroes. And what do I get here? The Farmer, the Monk, and the Craftsman. Oh my. Well, I'm not sure they can prevent the disaster. I'll use this card to decrease 1 point of fear. That gives me a little space in the pyramid, but I'll still lose if I can't decrease fear just 1 more point, and well, I can buy a festival. Here at the moment of disaster, I decide to have a little party in the town. So I'll buy a festival and people are happy just for a short while. No matter what, this is the end for me. The monsters cannot attack the farm or the tower, so they will hit the gate instead. They will move my fear, and that will also cause damage to the gate, and the gate will ultimately be destroyed. I had some decent cards in my deck, but I didn't get any of them. I also had the knight here. He could really have done some damage to the monsters, but that was an unlucky draw at the end, and that lost me the game. The two final monsters will not advance. They will stay until you kill them, and if you do so, you can count your points at the end of the game. You'll just count the value of the monsters you kill, not of the ones that get away, and then you can see your high score and compete with yourself. If you don't think Gate is challenging enough, you have the opportunity to flip the cards around, and you will be able to play the game in red hard mode, where your tower and gate and farm will have less damage before they are destroyed, and the pyramid is also far worse, so you can increase the difficulty if you like. I highly recommend to check out Gate. It's available as print and play, and you can also get these play mats that I also just printed out and play and set up the game on those if you like. And finally, you can take a step further and get Gates, the expansion for Gate, where you will get extra start cards, extra citizens, extra monsters, and also 2 new locations, the tavern and the mill. The expansion plays with all the same rules as the original game, same types of citizens. A few new rules are added. For example, you can use barricades to protect your locations, and you get a lot of extra monsters that you just shuffle in with the monsters from the original game. And then you get the main villain, Sogar, that you have to face in the end. The expansion play with gates makes the game slightly longer. You will have 1 more enemy each wave, plus the final boss battle. And as with Gate, you can buy Gates as print and play. And you will have the rules here to expand the game. And I really recommend to do that. So if you're looking for Gate, take Gates with you as well. Both games will fit into a small box like this one that I 3D printed, and it's ideal to bring with you when you go somewhere on a vacation. So, thanks a lot for watching this Game in Your Pocket video. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope you'll join me for future videos.